breakthrough will make you a trillionaire. That even with that 0.0 in 5 places 125 that you consider so minute, so inconsequential, that with the power of the PYC is going to turn you into something that you never and you have never ever imagined. So what is PYC? PYC means pay your customers. Your customers, not your customer. Pay your customers. Now, your customers, who are these customers? Those that are not privileged to know or to subscribe. Even those that heard it and doubted the possibility of this thing we are talking, that forget it. It's a scam. So many of them will still come to do business with us. Like CEO will always say, even those that say no to us now, when they say no to you, just know that we have gotten a customer. That person will end up patronizing us. Okay, so now, before this time, what we are conversant with and what we always hear is the KYC, know your customer. Know your customer, and the wisdom of God which bettered this vision upon our CEO, His Excellency Honorable Richard Nadi. Review this mystery, because this is a mystery. Okay? It's a mystery. It takes only the wisdom of the Spirit to demystify this kind of mystery. Something that no one has seen in all nations of the world. From the beginning of the world, from the day that the world was bettered, the earth was bettered, till this time. You know how old the earth is. No one has seen this. How come it's being given to a young man in a time like this? So it's a mystery. So now, if you compare this PYC and the KYC, you will see a clear difference. PYC is paying customers. KYC is extorting from customers, stealing from customers, taking from customers. What you consider, just like the recent, what I call it, tariff imposed on the OPay users, which I'm one of them. Yes, I'm not saying what, there is no court that will take me now that I have evidences. Any money that draw from 10,000 above, sharply they collect 15 naira. Someone gave me money the other time. I'm to return the money to the person. So the money was 10,000. So the moment the money entered, I have 9,950. I called the person. I said the money is not complete. He said, how? I said 10,000. I said, what I have here is 9,950. So we laughed over it. I said, don't worry. When I'm sending it back, I would add something on top so it will not affect that figure. You see, so this is what KYC does. As simple as this. There is no other better way to explain it. Forget all of those things, information to know you and all of those things. They are scamming us. And most times we are looking for the real scammer. In fact, it's the scammers that are looking for scammers. Scammers are the one pursuing scammers. And it's not only in Nigeria. Politicians are the biggest of all scammers. I'm telling you. Most of these CEOs are the biggest of all scammers. So all these small boys they are disturbing, they are learning from them. Are you getting it? So now, but we are coming to change that narrative. We are going to give people a good and a better orientation of how business is done with this PYC. So follow us, you will see and understand why you should never miss SWIFTtrip. Now we want to look at this. Look at this chart, this diagram. I want to show you, this is an illustration of how this PYC will be paying her customers. Okay, so now we look at number one. A passenger here is considered profit generator. Profit generator. Because that passenger or that customer is coming with his or her money to do business. So that money is that profit here. So he or she generated that profit, without which none of us will receive. None of us will make any profit. Now, the next person here is the driver. We are working on the e-taxis. That's why we have passenger and driver here. So the driver here is service provider. Remember, SWIFTtrip is not the service provider. We are only providing the platform. We are only monitoring the activities. That's our own business. Why these other people we know not, we too, we still come to do business in the same platform that we provided. So now these three people play the major role. Now let's look at how it's going to be playing out. When the passenger meets the driver, remember, you don't need to know the driver before you meet him. You don't need to go to a particular location before you meet him. It's the driver that will come to your location. Yes. When he comes to your location and picks you up, based on the information you have provided to the system, he takes you to your destination, and at the end of that trip, remember, the price of trip will vary depending on the distance and kilometers covered. So, but whatever this passenger pays is considered 100%. Why? Because that is what the system predicted. Now, this is the amount of this trip. And the passenger has nothing to argue with the driver. It's not the driver and the passenger matter now, because both the passenger and the driver will have the same figure in their system. So the passenger can pay by cash or through his or her mobile transfer. You can do mobile transfer, okay, banking, using her banking app. Now, when this is done, it's considered 100%. We don't know the amount, but that amount is considered 100%. So now, the one that rendered the service, let me start from them. Remember, all of these people that you'll be seeing in this system, we are going to receive, all of us, including you hearing me, in the same second, all of us. But I'm doing it manually, so there's no way I can explain it the same time like computer. And even if I do that, I will still confuse you. So I don't want to confuse you. Let's take it step by step. Now, the first person I am looking at here is the money going to the driver that rendered the service is 80% out of the 100 that was generated. And many people will feel like, why 80%, the lion's share of this profit, profit generated? The reason is because he owns the car, he fuels the car, he services it and all of those things. He uses his energy and his time invested, all of these things. So like we always say, time na money, Abi.
Sure.
So why you and I, we are using our time, investing our time in other things, relaxing and enjoying ourselves, this man invested all of his time working for all of us. So the system is so kind enough to remember and to compensate this effort. All right. So that is why he is taking 80%. And when we say he owns the car, I know so many persons would want to ask, but the company say we are launching with 500 cars in Nigeria and 200 in UK. How come the man is paying for the car? Now let's look at it this way. The company is giving this car to this driver. This driver, from this money he received, that 80%, he's remitting. It's between this driver and the company now. How much will be remitting for that car? And when he pay completely, that car becomes his own. That's one face of it. The other aspect of this ownership to this driver, attached to this driver, is that you, myself, every other person can buy his or her own car and register. So if you buy and register, you see why you own the car. And that is more reason why you are receiving this big amount, because the car belongs to you. Are you seeing it now? So we are only taking small part of it.
And you're the one fueling and maintaining.
And you are the one fueling it, maintaining the car. All of this is what the company is putting into consideration and say, for this reason, this person needs, something that will encourage him to keep working and to remain faithful, even when we know that human being, yes, but let's leave that side. We know we will do our part. But the system, as a watchdog, we always catch anybody that try to do higgy haga. So now, that is 80% gone. We are left with 20%. Now the company, the platform provider, reserves. I use the word reserves. I don't like using the word take. I may not be good in English, but I think reserve is best when it comes to the platform provider, because it's reserving it for a project, for a purpose. By the time we'll be launching in other countries of the world, the money that this company, the platform provider, reserves is used to facilitate, is used for this other development, for expansion, to extend this company to other nations, that is where the company takes from the 10% that it reserves for this purpose. And that 10% meeting the 80% that was given to the driver, that is 90%. We are left with 10%. Wow. So now, I've shown us that in SWIFTtrip we have only two categories of shareholders. And these are the stakeholders and the node holders. We say that the stakeholders are taking 2% and the node holders 3%. So if you remember, the total share volume that SWIFTtrip is giving to the public is 5%. So 2 is for the stakeholders and 3 for the node holders. Now, one might begin to ask or think, how come the people that purchase the least amount of slot in the company have 3%, and the people that purchase, the stakeholders that stake higher amount in millions are taking 2%? The reason is because we have more number of node holders than stakeholders. Only few are in that stakeholders level. But these 2.4 million people we are looking for, I tell you, only the node can give us 2.4 million. So you see, they are much. By the time they share this percentage among themselves, it will not in any way, amount to what the stakeholders that are sharing 2% will get. I believe it's clear now. So now, 2% given to the stakeholders and 3% to the node holders. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 90, that is 95. So, remaining 5% to complete that 100% that was generated. So we have the customer passenger referrals levels. These are chains because there is a connection from one person to another. This is when we talk about networking, although people always misinterpret that word networking. They think it's only scammers that do networking. If you refer this person, you get this. There is no business in this world, no matter what you are doing, not just business, even church. Why do you do evangelism? That's a referral.
I hear you, sir.
God say when you win one soul, you are wise.
Mm-hmm.
Who is a wise man in the sight of God?
The
He
one
that
that
winneth
referred,
a soul.
the one that referred someone
So
to God.
if you refer somebody to SWIFTtrip, you are wise. If you are here, you have not referred. I didn't call your name, but you already know. So now, that is how it is. Jesus, when he started his earthly ministry, he found them. He said, follow me and I will make you. Matthew 4:19. Follow me. Because your making is in your following. Your following. Until you follow your leader. That's why we are following our leader.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. So now, these customer passenger referrals, there are 4 in this line, in this chain. And who are these 4? The person that shared his link, because after this process, after this phase, the next phase is the launch of the business. And that is when people can now share their link, because now you can't invite, your prospect can't join the system via link. There is no link anywhere. Okay, the only link available now is to join this webinar, to join this meeting. That's the only link. Any other link is a false link. It's a lie. It's not from us. So why? Because SWIFTtrip is a closed system. Someone need to pass. Jesus said, I'm the door to the Father. No one goes to the Father except by me. So you are like that doorway. You are like that Christ standing to show the person the way to, the Christians or the Bible refers as eternal life. But this one is what? Endless transgenerational wealth. So you that shared your link, the doorman now, let me put it that way. Whenever that person you show that love because you have done good to that person comes in, the company say, for that good you did years back, we'll keep rewarding you till you leave this world. One time good you did, we pay you forever till you leave this world. Those are the things we should consider. Not sometimes when I prospect to people, I don't put the money out the company will give me first. It's nothing compared to what I will be getting from these people till I leave this world. For those that are, doing kukere, all of those things, it's not, just do it with that heart of love, that you want to help people. You want the system to grow. You want this vision that we love to launch. So now when this is done, you that shared your link, you receive 1%. The second referral, because in SWIFTtrip we have from first to fourth generation of referrals. So maybe by the time our CEO takes over, in the course of showing us the benefits attached to everyone that subscribe to this system, you will get to understand that in details in the affiliate marketing department, embedded in SWIFTtrip. So let me just run it straight. You will still understand this. So the first person receives 1%, the second 0.3%, the third 0.1%, and the fourth 0.1%. You sum it up from 1 to 4, first to fourth, it will give you 1.5%. The same thing that happened in the passenger's referral side, because someone referred the passenger, shared the link with the passenger, with which this passenger downloaded our app and booked a ride. So the person that did that, this is their own generation. Then the generation of the person that referred the driver that is now working for us, rendering services on behalf of the system. What happened to the people? The same thing goes on. The first in line, the first direct referral takes 1%, the second indirect 0.3%, third indirect 0.1%, and fourth indirect referral receives 0.1%. And when you sum it up, it will give you 1.5%, just like in the other side. So 1.5% from the customer passengers referral side and 1.5% from the customer drivers referral side, we give you 3%. 3 plus 95, that is 98%. What is remaining here is 2%. I always like to take this part last because it is the summary of everything we are saying here, the PYC. It was the PYC that brought us to this. So look at the PYC here now. If you look at that diagram, you will see the person that booked that ride, the passenger there. Okay, so when he or she transacted with the company or the taxi driver, because that's the person representing the company at that moment. So when he transacted, what left his account, his mobile phone, his purse, his bank account is 100%. And now, as the money is going around, as everyone is sharing in this profit, the same person that booked this ride got 2% of that money he paid. Has it ever happened before? I don't know about you, but it has never happened to me. And I have never heard of such. Because if I have, I tell you the truth, that's where I will always be. Let there be a restaurant that will do 2% cashback. People go chop food tired. There are people that will not be cooking in their house again. The small thing you hear, honey, I can't cook. Oh. Let's go that. You see some women say, sorry to use the word, some women will become lazy to cook. Before you know it, they will just clean everywhere, wash everywhere, waiting for their husband to come back. Baby, I am tired. Let's go to that. Because why? 2%. And the man will not be offended because there is a benefit attached. So some of these things, in fact, if there is anybody here, you are hearing me, why not go and start from this wisdom that SWIFTtrip has embedded in us? You can start that restaurant.
The PYC, yeah.
Add PYC to it. When you put rice finish, you add small plate, put one corner. Only that. Even if you shorten the real water, I use the small one to complete it. They still believe you did them good. So all of this is wisdom.
If you do that, they would find the ones that will give them the right portion, and the PYC, they will leave you.
Okay. So we can see this. This is sweet. I mean, this is the sweetest part of SWIFTtrip, where you spend money and the money you sent out that has gone out comes back to you.
Yeah.
My God, it has never happened before. So this is what that PYC is all about. Pay your customers. So we pay our customers. Don't forget that you and I, the subscribers of this system, we are first hand customer to this business, because there is no way we will not be using this our own services. Because we already know, we even know the benefit more than those outside. So when you as a subscriber use it, you earn your ownership from your position in the company. You earn from there. If you are the one that referred, you earn as a subscriber, then you will still earn as a customer or as a passenger. This is amazing. So that 2% cashback meeting with the 98, that is 100%. And let me tell you, this thing I just showed us here goes on with other platforms, okay? Even the aviation, when you book when you book a flight, you get 2% cashback of those millions you spend to travel abroad or to anywhere you are traveling to. The same thing goes on with the e-commerce platform, the Swift Mart. The same thing happens in the logistics and also hospitality. Now, there is one beautiful question, and this one was one of the things that convinced me, just like CEO will always say, that every one of us had that fear. There is no way you'll be coming to something that you are putting your money into that you will not have that. We are human. So, but one of the things that convinced me, let me tell you the truth, before I even took it to prayer, because one of the things that is killing us today is spirituality. I want to pray. That's how one lady, sorry to say this, one lady, God showed me as her prophet, a guy coming for her. I gave her that message. As I was sharing the message with her, she was confirming it, that it's true. Because I told her that this person I'm seeing is in Lagos State. I don't know him. But there is a guy that God is going to connect you from Lagos State. And this connection, this recommendation will happen through your friend, your girlfriend. And it happened that her girlfriend posted her picture on her birthday, her WhatsApp status. So this guy is a friend of that her girlfriend, this guy in Lagos. So he viewed the status and saw the lady and said, wow, who is this lady that is celebrating birthday? He says, my friend, she's in Port Harcourt. He said, wow, this is my wife. I would love to marry this lady, please. So the friend thought he was joking. So the guy was serious. So she was telling me this after I told her, see what God told me. She was confirming, I said, okay. How far have you gone with the guy? He said, the guy wants to come to Port Harcourt to see her. I said, let him come. He said, no, that she's still praying. I shocked. What are you praying about now? Did you tell me about it before God spoke to me? All the message, everything is in line. What are you still praying about? Because some persons are still praying about SWIFTTrip. I'm coming back to you. So now, after I asked her, let the guy come. He said, no. I said, okay, no problem. Let God speak to you. Till today, God has not spoken. And as I speak to you, she has not married. As I speak to you, the other guy is married with a baby now. This is how some persons will say, I am still praying about SWIFTTrip. You will hear that we don't launch. And God will not speak to you. Because many times we want to hear that voice. Oh, God, call your name. Hey, somebody call my name. Oh. It's God talking to me. Go and join. I'm involved in that SWIFTTrip. It's a divine project before you'll be convinced. Sometimes God speaks through signs. God speaks through signs. There are signs that God will show you. Sometimes God speaks through your heart. When there is peace, then God is saying, I am involved. Go ahead with it. Okay, so one of the things that I saw as a sign and as a conviction before I even went to pray about it is when I saw the CEO. As a matter of fact, before I even joined this, before I came to the headquarters, CEO came to my area. That's the picture. That's why I don't want to change that picture on my WhatsApp, on my Telegram DP. That's the picture. The first time I saw you. He came to his sister's house, a street after the next street after my street. And then I already heard about SWIFTtrip. I just subscribed, I think that same week after I heard it. So a PA mother is also my neighbor, a woman that so much love and believe in my grace. So she told you about me. I would like you to meet that man of God and all of those. I don't even know. Like, I wasn't expecting it. You know, see you on SWIFTtrip coming to my house. Like, how? So all of a sudden, one of the PA sister called me and said, Apostle, where are you? I said, I'm in the house. I'm about going out for a program. He said, CEO is coming. I said, who? CEO of where? He said, SWIFTtrip. I said, what? How? Like, I didn't invite him now. How is he coming? Like, he said, he's coming to your house to see you. I said, I can't believe this. So I stayed back. All of a sudden, you see one tall, handsome, you know, sweet-looking guy coming. I say, could this be the CEO? Like, I was expecting to see one big man, aged man. No, the vision is too, is ancient of days. To be coming from a young man like this, I was already assessing him like from his age. But just looking at when he introduced himself, I was like, wow. We had a short, you know, talk. We snapped together in my house. I said, wow. I was excited having the CEO of SWIFTtrip picture in my phone. I put it everywhere. Yes. And I came to the headquarters. I saw CEO. I saw his wife, his daughter, his family. I know them. Even I spoke with your brother this morning. He's coming to see me. All of these things, is this what I will see finish? What am I going to ask God now? Won't God look at me like a stupid human being? To whom head is given, brain is required. So he has given you brain to put one or two together. And you know, you get the answer. So now, who is the brain behind SWIFTtrip? This is what led to this small short story of what convinced me. The brain behind SWIFTtrip is what I saw. And answer came that yes, God is involved. It's no other but this handsome man that I just mentioned to you about from our own beloved country, Nigeria. You know, when we have products like this, you will be forced to love the country that you once hated. Me as a minister, there was a time I prayed. I am telling you the gospel truth. This is, if it's a confession, let me make this confession open now. One time I told my church, I said, I no go ever stand on this altar pray for Nigeria. I said, because what you pray, the opposite is what is happening. What is... I said, let's focus on our own. Pray, God bless you. As things are going high, God raise me higher. But if it's for me to pray, I don't pray again. But when I saw this kind of product, when I saw him, my love for Nigeria was restored. For Nigeria to produce this, then Nigeria is going to shock the world again. Nigeria is going to, you know, that bad name that people has given to Nigeria and Nigerians has given to Nigeria, our politicians has given to Nigeria, by the help of God, through our CEO, His Excellency Honorable Richard Nadi, Nigeria is going to regain that lost reputation in Jesus' name. So he is no other but the CEO and the founder of SWIFTtrip, His Excellency Honorable Richard Nadi from Nigeria, Enugu State, Udi to be precise. And here I'll be handing over to him, so you will hear him and you will see for yourself. God bless you, sir.
Ambassador Apostle Bonenbush, we appreciate you so much for what you've done for us today. And to you who has joined us today, we appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was an awesome introduction. I don't think I've ever had it that way. Thank you so much. So let's quickly look at how you subscribe, or how you as a subscriber would benefit from SWIFTtrip. We'll be using a case study of the Deluxe, which is the peak, and then the node slots, which is the what do we call it, the least units, which is soon being the first and the last. So if you will have the chance to be a stakeholder in SWIFTtrip, it's within this month, So this is a golden month that you don't want to miss the opportunities that abound. And let's see. Per trip analysis. Why we're showing this is because your earnings is in smart contract. You earn on every transaction. This system which Apostle Bonnie-Bush has analyzed for us, it won't be paying you at the end of the day, at the end of the month, nor at the end of the year. At the end of every transaction. This is powerful. And I don't think out there are companies who have given its owners this kind of benefit. Every company will structure their owner's benefit into the risk and into the expenses. That's why at the end of the month, at the end of years, you still see that shares you bought years back, still just, it has depreciated in value. At the end of the month, they're telling you, you earn this cent, you earn this kobo. But in SWIFTtrip, you are not part of the risk. Have you noticed it? If you're part of the risk, then you're not earning at the end of the trip or the transaction. Congratulations. What is coming is massive. You miss it, I don't think that person can recover from it. That's why I would simply say, you won't forget the name SWIFTtrip. And let's consider a trip of $4. A trip is done $4 in the United States. Multiply that by the ownership. That gives you 0.002 cents. Small, right? 2,000 naira a trip done in Nigeria multiplied by the deluxe share. That's 1 naira. Small, as some might call it. But if a person has understood what it means to earn, just as Apostle was giving an example of the mathematician he was talking to, when he broke down the figures, the man first laughed and said, with this kind of figure, what? And then he then introduced him into the power of volume. The mathematician was shocked. Many people might say, I am intelligent, I am this, but they still believe in hard work and not smart work. You get it? This thing we're doing here is a definition of smart work. So any labor that is required today to get it done, sir, get it done. The advertisement bonus will soon begin to make so much sense that if you have to labor a whole 1 month to see 2-3 persons who have said yes, sir, labor with all thy might. When it is all said and done, you will be proud of the labor you invested in SWIFTtrip. And it will have changed you in lots of ways. But they that will be there now, who are shareholders, and yet doubting the process and doing nothing at all about it, there will be part of them who will have that regret. Because there's no person who will tell me that I don't have anybody around me to affect, to change their lives. Why some shareholders are unable to speak is because maybe somebody persuaded them. That's why I say don't persuade anybody. Educate them. Stop forcing people into this thing. Why do you think we hold this meeting every single day? It's all about education. You join, you know join, you know consign us. Our own is to educate a person. That person sees it and by his own understanding follows. It's what we need. It's not to go by force a person inside it. By forcing a person inside it is like you took your own money to register the person. Which I will tell you the fact. I see one trillionaire now that comes and say I can register 2.4 million persons. Just go out there, bring them, bring your name, bring your data, as they do in all those grant stuffs. I used to hear they say bring your picture, bring your ID card, I register you just like that. The trillionaire says, CEO, is it not people you want? Those are not the kind of people we want. We don't want uneducated people about the process. See, the education here is not that you go to school. You can see a person who has never entered school, but SWIFTtrip educated that person into how to earn through a system, and that person understands the PYC. That is what we need. We don't need anybody who will come and say I pack everybody in, register them with their name. That's uneducated people. We end up like we just got the money and they won't know, they won't put a dime input in the necessity, that ripple effect that will happen at the launch of SWIFTtrip, where 2.4 million persons who have understood the system are able to spread the word. Maybe in 1 week, worst case, one person has registered 5 people for free. A person who they just pack enter, he no go feed one. He don't understand the benefits. That is not what SWIFTtrip needs. So people will look at us holding daily meetings and they think we are suffering. They think we are struggling. They don't understand. From March 1st, SWIFTtrip is ready to pay a person for an advert, for a note to be activated. We pay you $80. We are ready to spend $80 to get one person educated. Do you know what that means? Don't miss this process. Follow it. Follow it. We've been coming all the way through our lifetime since today. So I don't really see why anybody should be in a haste. It's very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. I don't see why a person who has been living his life suddenly got involved in SWIFTtrip. So automatically the person is now in haste. I call it useless haste. Relax. Relax campaigning. Relax educating the people. But they will come. I've told us, soonest you will see celebrities in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, rushing into SWIFTtrip before the launch. I've told us that a time will soon come, you will not need to talk much. Just a picture or a simple video, you show a person of things done, little. That person will be running heta scatter. Somebody say heta seketa. I don't know. Heta seketa. Just to get what it requires to buy this unit. And that person does not run heta seketa. He will pay 200 million naira. Yes, approximately $200,000 to get this thing. Be proud of what you have. Oh. Be proud. It might not be visible now. Be proud that such a clear process is given to us by God. All we need is follow it. Don't be scared of it. 2.4 million people required. My brother, how many people has he made in the world now? 8 billion something. So is 2.4 million a joke? Isn't it a joke? So the thing that's making somebody afraid now is how will 2.4 million people come? Before Apostle Bonnie-Bush is talking of that thing and say, CEO will not say when it gets to 2.4 million people, extend it. He has heard a lot of things out there. You will process the person say how many they need. 2.4 million. Don't worry, it's not that young man. He knows that 2.4 million people will have to get. When they get 2.4 million, he will extend it. When you hear people talk those things, put them behind you, move ahead to the next person. Those are not the persons we're looking for. People who will sit down and use the senses God has given to them to analyze why it cannot come to fruition. May I not be that kind of person? that time I would have. Hey, how is it to think about the things that are not yet done upon the earth than for me to be thinking of what can't be done? I used to think, what have not been done, what have not, and then that's the only way you add beauty to this life, not wisdom to prove why a thing that hasn't been done won't be done. If you try that pattern, you fall behind what the Creator loves, living through existence without contributing nothing to creation. These 2.4 million of us, happy we would be. Not just here, in heaven, when they are counting people who use their brain. Because this brain, I don't think we will get there and we don't give account of what came out of the brain given. Think that if you create something, you create something with this kind of brain that you have and put it, say go and deliver, and that thing come back to you misbehaving. Won't you be angry? Do you know the resources God created you and put, and then that resource you are not using it for nothing? He won't be happy. I have that conviction that he can't be happy. Come, be part of something noble that God himself will celebrate you. Say, welcome, you did exploit. Think it's easy to believe in what you are not seeing. You don't know what it takes. You might look at it as an ordinary thing for you. Not until you find a person that you tell the process. You say, this is it, that's that. Person say, which kind of thing is this one? I better get out. That's when you will know that you are not an ordinary person. If you could see it and love it, if you could see it and understand it, there are thousands, millions of persons out there, if not billions, that can't comprehend the process of vision. Congratulations to you. $4 multiplied by the node share, 0.705 cents. 2,000 naira multiplied by the node share, 0.4025 kobo. So how cents can become millions, billions, and trillions of dollars? Let's see how. Per day analysis, you can study it. And then we'll get to the per month analysis on this chart. You can study that, but I want to take you to where we could be in 5 years from now. 5 years from now is going to come like a flash. Not 5 years from now, 5 years after SWIFTtrip is launched. It's going to come like a flash. Why? Yesterday we were talking, yesterday we talked. That yesterday has gone into the past already. Today now we are here. No naysayer was able to run faster than us into today. None was able to enjoy all the activities of yesterday and stayed back in yesterday. The people who stayed back in yesterday were those that died. So long you are alive, you don't have control of time. You just have to move. So that 5 years, we will get to it together. After the launch of it, we will get there together. It takes us 10 years before the 5 years start to count. Sir, it is worth it too. It is worth it. You run, say you don't want to wait because it's too long. Watch out whether you will get there before us. I will know the kind of magic that man will perform. If a naysayer now tell me, sir, this thing is delaying, I am going into the future ahead of you guys, and I say, guy, carry me, go. We move into the future. I look back, everybody has seen the past, me, I'm now in the future. I will follow that person in whatever he's doing. I'll become a naysayer, because now naysayers can teleport. What am I doing being positive? But so far so good. There is no naysayer that won't end up in had I known. That's not the reality you want. If that's what you want anyway, just watch out how it turns out. All right, 5 years from now, you see on this chart so much money, but let's use this to calculate this for you. 5 years from now, we bring in the per trip analysis, which we did just sticking to the $4 trip and the 2,000 naira trip. So the man who got 1 naira then, if like that mathematician who was calculated for, so 1 naira, I tell you 1 naira, guy, the first question you ask, when will this business run, then I have back my 128 million. That's the normal sense he would want to display. But not until you show him the power of volume, where 1 naira multiplied by 50 trillion trips, minimum or worst case for these 5 years we're talking about, that's 50 trillion naira. What work, what salary would have paid you while you are sleeping? They pay you that kind of salary. Any salary you earn, you must be there present to work for it. So whether they pay a person $1 trillion as a salary, so that it's poverty. To me, that's how I define poverty. And they pay a person 1 cent, 0.0000001 cent while he's sleeping, and then he wakes up. That 00 has multiplied in 1,000 places. He's playing about, and that thing just keeps increasing. Cent. So that's a trillionaire you've already seen. Give him small time. Just give him small time. So the first day you test that cent, count yourself a trillionaire in dollars. You're welcome. 0.202 cents, 50 trillion trips multiplied, that gives you $100 billion. 0.5705 cents multiplied gives you $2.5 million. And the other in naira, 1.25 billion. Congratulations, as your assets would have grown in 5 years, $128,000 yielding $100 billion, $100 yielding $2.5 million. Only systems can do this. And if a person say, I'm in a haste, I have a business that will do better, and that person move around and push all he can push and end with his $128,000, $500 billion in the space of 5 years. Congratulations to him. But he is not an owner of an airport built by SWIFTtrip. So regardless of who will choose not to be part of it, SWIFTtrip will definitely find its own people who are wired to go through the process of uncertainty and will get it done. Bringing it into that setting, you will be a trillionaire in dollars. So what will you be doing to the launch of SWIFTtrip? You say, help people, help SWIFTtrip, and you make more money and you will have an experience of a better you. So if you do this passionately, purposefully, and persistently, you're going to earn a lot in this vision process, which we call advert bonus. So we say, set up that media business or SWIFTtrip through your status, through your Facebook, through your social handles. Today, you don't need to pay for a platform. You don't need to spend a dime before you have a global platform where everybody can hear you out. You have a mobile device you've already spent already on a beautiful gadget that can take you worldwide. All you now need is a platform, a free platform like Facebook. Do you pay a dime to create a Facebook page? No. Do you pay a dime to create a YouTube channel? No. When you start up talking about SWIFTtrip on these platforms of yours that you just created, mind you, people might not like it at first. Nobody might share your post. Nobody might comment, but they are watching. Follow it on persistently. And then when they see your passion through repetition, somebody will come to you and say, I want to be a stakeholder. If that person happens to meet it this month, and he will earn, or rather you will earn from that advert you did 10% of the stakeholders level. And if that person come in as a node holder, today it's $15 paid, March 1st $50 paid. Indirect advert commission you would get $2.5 at today. As from March 1st you're going to get $15. And if it's on the third advert somebody has advertised and then you relaxing, you get $1 today. Tomorrow, March 1st, you would get $10. That's amazing. And in the fourth generation, you're relaxing. After maybe your long seminars you've been doing, organizing, and now people have copied your passion and they are replicating that effect. You're just relaxing, you're getting 0.5 cents in countless places. Soon, March 1st, that will be $5. When you wake up and see this figure in your dashboard, you will be like, man, I won't stop advertising SWIFTtrip until the 2.4 million shareholders are done. Congratulations to you who found SWIFTtrip early. You're already in profit, clear profit. And I say it as it is. I don't hide my mouth. Make this profit you can make in the vision stage. SWIFTtrip does not have a godfather. God is our Godfather. And he gave us wisdom that whomever is coming in sponsors the project. Sponsors it until we get to 2.4 million shareholders. Everyone coming today, you are hearing it as you're coming in. You can't be a shareholder. Today now, on this slide you're saying $19 is the sponsorship fee. You are sponsoring. As a sponsor, you are coming in. You are coming as a shareholder, you are coming in as our sponsor. So you are paying today $60, or rather 60, how do I do this? This should be $61. Yeah. $61 is what you paid for the project. If you're paying $80 today. And then, how much are you paying for the advert or for the sponsorship of SWIFTtrip project campaign stage? You are paying $19. March 1st, you will pay what? $100 for the project and $80 to sponsor the campaign. So no one should go out there and start counting. SWIFTtrip is getting $180. This company is paying a whooping sum of 80% out. Why not add that money to the project and get it launched? SWIFTtrip does not need that 80%. It's what sponsors the process. So if you do the SWIFTtrip media business, I promise you, you can never go stranded in this race, marathon race of our campaign season. Thank you so much for all you do for SWIFTtrip, and I know that has been an established understanding. Extra cash award is given to the runner of SWIFTtrip. You've sold out 50 slots. You are considered running with a vision, and the company calls you a SWIFTtrip runner and gives you a runner-up award of $50. We know that's nothing compared to the insults you might have faced, but the company is just saying thank you, just to say thank you for all you do. And then you become an icon of SWIFTtrip, and you get a SWIFTtrip Icon Award after you've sold 500 slots of the node unit. And you'll get that award with a $1,000 compensation. And then you've become the star of SWIFTtrip, the face of SWIFTtrip, by selling 5,000 slots. You get compensated with $10,000 regardless of all you've earned. Congratulations. We bounce right to the top. Alright, so here now we go to how. Okay, you say do not miss the SWIFTtrip profit share offer. Subscribe now. You are going to be paying the amount today of $80 to the company account as seen on the screen. SWIFTIFY Technologies Limited, FCNB 200-460-7389. Congratulations. You found something that can shape the future beyond your imagination. Beyond your imagination. This is 2.4 million people coming to imagine together. How great can it be? Don't miss it. A person who won't make this payment now, someone else will take that unit. That position will be sold out to someone else. Please, don't be like those who had it when it was 5,000 and today they have to pay 80,000. They had it $5, they're paying $80. It's been so painful when this thing goes to $180 and you even had it $5. You won't relax, so you won't rest. You will just have to pay it. It's the fact. So long you've had SWIFTtrip, you can't rest. It's a divine thing. Unless that person says, pata pata, I go miss him. However, let me see what will come out. I won't be part of it. He just made the resolution. Awesome. But if that person is aspiring greatness in any standard, there are people who are okay with their bacha they are living. Very okay in a mediocre state. They are okay. Very content. They chose that vanity for themselves. They understand that wealth is a vanity. Poverty na vanity. But they chose poverty comfortably. They're okay with it. Those are type that might hurt, and they see other people progressing. They'll say, well, oh wow. Sir, but if you're the type that likes wealth, you love greatness, you love power, you head SWIFTtrip, you no go rest. If you miss it today, look at me very well, you will still buy it $180. Yeah. So buy it today. If you know you will buy it at the end of the month, February 28th, sir, buy it now. I don't dey talk am since. If you shock or say it go happen, February 28th, network fit no dey. Hey, are you getting it? Network fit no dey. I just dey speak pidgin today because it's our correct English. It's Nigerian simple and correct English. The one we've been speaking is borrowed English, so we borrowed it and we corrected it. Oh, so pidgin dey sweet. Foreigners, if you don't understand pidgin, I think you have to go learn it. Yeah, if you're learning British English, it's time you start learning Nigerian English, so you can communicate with us very well. Please, I'm laughing now. Month end, network fit no dey. And if it happens, you will see that you heard it when it was $80. March 1st, you are shouting, I was trying. But didn't go, you will pay $180. So, all right, so please don't relax. I know why I'm saying this now, because I know that many people love dying minutes. I don't know why, but it's always like that. When you hear that maybe government say we will block your line if you don't have name, everybody will relax. They will give dates. So day will block your line. Nobody will take action. That day, go and look at name office. Queue, massive. What happened? They didn't know since. So don't be that type. It has been fun today. Apostle Bonnie Bush, thank you so much for what you did for us today. Wow. I love you. So let's show to you our ambassadors in the house. We have our wonderful ambassadors that you can reach out to get registered, or to register your prospects. Here they are. All right. We have Ambassador Orinami Ayo. He is the global admin of SWIFTtrip. He approves the hub admins. So if you are willing to be a hub admin, you have registered 10 shareholders of SWIFTtrip under you directly, and you have an office space, reach out to Ambassador Orinami to get registered. And if you're in any state to get registered as a hub admin, so if you're in any state where you are residing as a shareholder of SWIFTtrip or a country, but there is no hub admin there yet, you can stand up to be that hub admin or SWIFTtrip over there. But first, you have to be communicating with the global admin of SWIFTtrip in person of Orinami Ayo. Thank you for what you do, sir. That's a young man with load of consistency, strength in him, and it's just amazing. Your CEO can have a little rest because of Orinami. We don't take your work for granted, boss. We appreciate you so much. Are you there? Can you speak to us? Can you hear us? Ambassador Orinami Ayo. Can you hear me? All right, maybe network. We have Ambassador the Good, hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Anambra, and he's so unstoppable. You can see that on his bio. It's not a joke. That thing written there, it's real. unstoppable. He was the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Omok. And then he said, Omokshan's are not giving him what he needs. This young man relocated to Anambra and said, since there's no hub admin in Anambra, I want to man up Anambra. That relocation happened because of SWIFTtrip. God bless you, sir. You are an unstoppable man. And SWIFTtrip does not take your work at all for granted. So if you are someone here today that just joined us yesterday, you are now a shareholder of SWIFTtrip, and you're residing in Anambra. Now you told a friend of yours about SWIFTtrip. The person has paid and sent you the receipt. You would reach out to Ambassador Goodluck to get the activation code. He will approve the payment and then send you the activation code. Then you have to learn as well from him to know how to do that activation. So he would activate, or rather you will activate it by yourself after he has schooled you on the activation. We have Ambassador Chukwuemeka, hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Ebonyi. So please connect with him to register your prospects. And he's saying to us on his bio, don't miss SWIFTtrip. If you do, you won't forget the name. And we have Ambassador Dr. Tamke, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Edo State. Connect with him to register your prospect. And he's saying to you, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't be the one who will join SWIFTtrip today and tomorrow passion has gone cold. And we have Ambassador Hanaf, hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Osun State. Thank you so much for your participation on our daily events. God bless you for all you do for the people of Osun State. We love you. So please reach out to him to register your prospect if you're in Osun. And we have Ambassador Dr. Nna, a king of his community, is an Eze, a royal highness in our midst. Thank you so much, Ambassador Dr. Nna, hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Ebonyi State, Abakaliki City. Connect with him to register your prospect. And we have again, let's see, I'm scrolling down. Yeah, Ambassador Cyprian, hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Enugu. Connect with him to register your prospects in Enugu. It's amazing. We appreciate all you do. We have Ambassador Shedrack, hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Abuja. Connect with him to register your prospects. If you're residing in Abuja, it's awesome. All right, I think those are the hub admins we have in the house today. And his advice to us says, don't miss SWIFTtrip. Because if you do, you won't forget the name SWIFTtrip. Thank you so much. I am Honorable Richard Nadi, founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. I love you all. And thank you so much for staying tuned with us today. It's 11:55. It was a lot of time we have taken today. If you have any question, we've closed. But if you have any question, I will be here to attend to your questions. Just click the button to raise your hands and speak to us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. To the new friends, we love you. To the able shareholders in the house, thank you so much. Let's see. Reverend Doctor, is it okay? Nkachuku, thank you so much. We appreciate you. You can speak. I think I've not met you one-on-one, but you've joined our meetings like 2-3 times now. Michael, you're welcome. We're happy to connect with you. Your mic is given the privilege to speak. Mr. Michael, please unmute your mic. Click the middle button again to speak. Yeah, you have anything to say, you want to indicate you have something to say, just click the middle button, that bold round button at the bottom of your screen. Click it, you'll be able to speak. Thank you so much. Michael, your mic is open. All you need to do now is click the middle button. Mr. Michael, you raise your hands and let's see. Thank you so much, boss, for that. Yeah. hmm Mr. Michael, how are you? Mr. Michael, any other hands raised? Okay, we have Emmanuel Joseph. Given the privilege to speak, boss. How are you doing? I hope you can hear me. Let me be sure. Any of our ambassadors in the house, please unmute your mic to just let me know you can hear me.
It's loud and clear.
Okay.
Good
Thank
morning,
you so
sir.
much. Good morning, boss. I appreciate to hear your voice this morning. Okay, Emmanuel Joseph, I give the permission to speak. Mr. Michael, I give the privilege to speak, but I didn't get any voice from your end. All right, so we can call it a day as we go all out to talk about SWIFTtrip.
Emmanuel Joseph here.
Okay, how you doing, sir? How you doing, sir? Network. Which state are you connecting from? I think the network is it's not friendly. Please, 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 Emmanuel Joseph, unmute and unmute again. If you can hear me, I can't hear you, but your mic is open, no sound coming out. So I think it's the network. Sorry for that. Mr. Michael, can you unmute your mic? Click the middle button. Click the middle button. That button used in raising your hands, Mr. Michael. Click it again. You'll be able to speak. Your mic is still muted. Network has taken Emmanuel Joseph out. All right. Okay, we have Julius Sampson. Mr. Julius, you want to say something to us? Do you have a question or a contribution? Let's know. Antonia, how you doing, Madam Antonia? You can click the middle button to speak. All right, a lot of us have been, our mics are opened. Click, all you need to do, just unmute your mic. When you raise your hands and I call your name, you might be talking, maybe to make response to me, but I'm not hearing you, not until you unmute your mic. Someone has been able to unmute. That's Madam Antonia. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam. Happy to connect with you today.
Thank you, sir. Please, I have a question.
Okay, please ask.
Somebody have registered me, and now he want to upgrade to state level. And that is going. Is it? Assuming the person want to transfer that to the child, is it possible so that she can now subscribe for the state?
Okay, okay. The person don't want to upgrade his account. He rather want to transfer the ownership to someone else.
To a daughter of a child.
Okay, that's fine. That's
I
fine.
want to know that it's possible.
It's possible, very possible, please.
Okay, sorry. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much. All you need to do, you have the national admin's contact, right?
Yes, sir.
Please connect with the national admin. It will guide you. Or
Sorry.
rather, the global admin as at now. Thank you so much. That's Madam Antonia. Madam Antonia, where are you connecting from today?
Lagos.
From Lagos State. Amazing. Thank you so much for what you do for SWIFTtrip. I like the smile on
Yes,
your
sir.
face. Thank you so much, ma'am. All right, so that's Madam Antonia from Lagos State. And we have Mr. Michael, I gave you permission to speak, but you've not been unable to unmute your mic. Reverend Dr. Nkachuku, I wanted to hear from you as well. I've not heard from you. I don't think we've spoken, so I would have loved to meet you, but you're unable to unmute your mic. Emmanuel Joseph also wanted to speak, but unable to unmute. Julius Sampson, you wanted to speak as well. Your mic is open, but you're unable to unmute. Julius, how are you doing? Can you unmute your mic? You've always talked in our meetings.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Okay, this is Mike. How are you doing, sir?
SWIFTtrip. I'm good.
Great to connect with you today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Calling
Okay.
From
where?
Calling from Akwa City, Akwa Ibom State.
From Akwa
Precisely,
Ibom.
Eket.
Eket. Nice meeting you today, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to really commend the speaker today. I'm commending his effort.
That's Apostle
He did a
Bonenbush.
very nice job.
Thank you so much, sir.
He did a very nice job.
Thank you, Apostle. Wow.
He did a very nice job. A very nice job. The way he analytically analyzed the whole system was great.
Thank you so much,
So I
sir.
appreciate that. He's a great teacher.
Wow.
He's a great teacher.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yes. Yes. I know that
Okay.
so many people have been trying to unmute. It's like they are not able to unmute.
Yeah, network.
It's network, because I tried so much. I know what to do, but it was not working. But I had to demystify the mystery to be here.
Wow.
Right. I actually has introduced people, and one of them has promised registering probably today or tomorrow.
Okay.
The guy is in Dubai.
Great. Great.
It's my half brother.
Wow.
It's my
Interesting,
half-
sir. Thank you for all you do for
Yeah,
SWIFTtrip.
I have another person too who has also promised to register. That one is my tenant.
Amazing.
Yes. So I have those prospects, and I'm believing the one in Dubai, after his registration, about 3 or 4 persons is going to register under him.
Interesting.
So we are putting.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm happy to hear this great news. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, you are doing a very great work.
Thank you
That
so
will
much, sir.
pay.
Amen.
Obviously,
Amen.
it will pay.
Amen.
Obviously, it will pay.
Amen.
Yes, it will pay.
Thank you so
Because
much, sir.
what you are coming up with, it is divine. Honestly, it is divine.
Thank you, sir.
It's divine.
I'm happy you can see.
Going to pay.
Amen.
Those that are like-minded will join.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, those that are like-minded will join. There is nobody that has a great vision that will listen to you and about this vision that will not key in.
Yes, sir.
It is a great vision,
Thank you,
and
sir.
obviously is going to rewrite the history of our nation, Nigeria,
Amen.
in due season.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much,
Keep it
sir.
up.
Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. We appreciate you all the way from Eket, Akwa Ibom State. Thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip. That's an awesome one.
Thank you.
And we're so happy that one of our ambassadors is doing great over there in Akwa Ibom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the way from Akwa Ibom, someone is coming in from Dubai. That is how we network the world together. The power of team. Already, you are a shareholder of SWIFTtrip. You're going global already. You're part of a global team. We have shareholders in the United States, shareholders in Turkey, shareholders in Germany, shareholders in France, shareholders in Italy. It's not just the company, it's you. You get it? You are part of something global. Come on. Enjoy building this global network. Put your all, get all involved, and you won't be the same. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. We appreciate you. Okay, so he just gave us an information that he has been trying to unmute, meaning every other person who have been called upon have been trying to unmute as well. But maybe we can't actually wait forever, so let's simply join again at 8 p.m. This same live call on Telegram. It's going to be amazing. Always a fulfilling moment talking about SWIFTtrip. Thank you as you join us on a daily basis building SWIFTtrip. I love you all. Have a great night or a great day. I can't wait for the night. 8 p.m. We'll be back again.